Unfortunately, in Missouri, we see incredibly retrograde points of view, based in Christianity, of course, about same-sex marriages and same-sex couples. City Union Mission in Kansas City, Missouri, offers services meant to help the poor and the homeless, and this includes men, women, youth, etc. Unfortunately, that doesn't include gay couples. Just in time for winter, management at the privately owned Christian homeless shelter has announced it is not going to offer shelter or food to legally married homeless same-sex couples. Here's a quote from Dan Doty. You're going to love this. Quote, "We are a Christian faith-based organization that really does adhere to biblical standards. Our intent is not to shelter same-sex couples together. If you're gay and single, you can still show up and get food or shelter. But if you're legally married, you're just married like anybody else according to the law. You cannot go there for food nor shelter." A lot of people on Facebook are loving this decision. If you go onto City Union Mission's Facebook page, here's a few quotes you will see. Quote, "It's great that you guys are upholding biblical principles concerning the whole same-sex marriage issue." Another quote, "God is watching over us. I think the saddest days in our country are when we allowed abortion, and now homosexuals want to be considered normal. The end is near." And lastly, thank you for standing up for Christian principles. Lewis, Christian principles. The Christian principles of leaving cold and hungry people outdoors to freeze or starve to death in the Missouri winter. That really sounds like what Jesus would have wanted, doesn't it?
It sounds like one of many Christian principles that we talk about regularly that just don't really seem moral. But you know, I guess if you're doing it in the name of Jesus and this is saving you in some way, they just got to do it.
These people don't realize they are issuing a scathing attack on Christian values, because if we are to believe that Christian values include leaving people who are in legal, state-sanctioned relationships just like anybody else, are to be refused food and shelter based on the teachings of Jesus, that's just a flat-out immoral religion altogether.
I think we've learned that you know, religion is completely open to interpretation. So this is their reality. This is their version of their religion. And we can't really say that it's not true Christianity, because it seems it is in their case.
Yeah, how can we really, we hear that argument all the time. That's not the real version of the religion. Oh, no. That's not the real version of the religion. We hear that all the time. And ultimately what we know is that religion is used often to justify whatever action someone wants to take, and alleging whether it is or isn't really that religion is not particularly useful in figuring out a path forward. It's interesting for analysis, it's interesting for philosophical discussions, but in terms of practically moving forward in a way that makes sense, I don't even know what that argument achieves for us. We will take a break. Join us on Reddit, davidpakman.com/Reddit, Reddit.